let us have a virtual journey of southern area of the hill which has preserved numerous archaeological remains. An upside hall made of timber dated to the Mauryan period was the earliest structure which got burnt. On this, a mandap of 50 pillars, 5 rows of 10 pillars each was raised. Some of these pillars had donatory inscriptions dating to the 2nd century of before Common Era. During the 7th and 8th century, when a small shrine was added to this hall, the earlier pillars which had fallen were restructured to their present positions. Western slope of the site has also preserved few archaeological remains. Let us have a look of western slope. Monastery 51 is associated by few scholars with Devi, the queen of Emperor Ashok. Though relying just on brick sizes for such dating can be risky. The monastery has an open courtyard at the center enclosed by veranda and cells behind. Total of 22 cells have been noted here. The charred remains show that pillars at the veranda and the roofs of cells were made from wood. A huge rock cut bowl is there at the west gate of the monastery. One of the most fascinating stupas on the site is stupa number 2. Devoid of any toran, this stupa is comparable in size to stupa number 3. There are 4 L-shaped entrances to this simple stupa which is adorned at the outer railings with various bas reliefs and motifs. It has an east facing double stairway. Based on the paleography of donative inscription and the style of bas reliefs, the stupa is assigned to the date around the last quarter of the 2nd century before Common Era. Floral and faunal designs, lotus, mythological and composite animals stacked with elephant's head or fish tail, makaras, griffin which is a composite animal of lion and a bird, especially eagle, lion with a human face, centaur, a composite animal of horse and a man with a rider, Ashwamukhi Yakshi related to Padakusala Manav Jataka showing the story of horse faced Yakshi, birds, fish, nagas, human figures, yakshas, yakshinis, kinnaras, etc. are depicted on the railings. One of the earliest known use of stirrups, that is a footrest used while riding horse by horsemen, can be seen in the scenes here. Scenes from the Buddha's life like the great departure, enlightenment, first sermon that is a Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta and final Parinibbana or decease have been depicted. Buddha has not been shown in an anthropomorphic or human form in these scenes. However, a parasol, Bodhi tree, a throne, Dhammachakra on the throne and stupa have been used to symbolically represent the Buddha. This seems to be an influence of folk art on the art of this stupa. During excavation, a sandstone relic box was found which had 4 relic caskets in it, now displayed on the British Museum, London. Names of 10 members of monastic sangha were inscribed on them, whose sacred relics were enshrined in them. The lid of the sandstone box had an inscription stating that it had relics of all teachers including Arhat Kassapa Gotra, that is a Kashyapa Gotra, Arhat Vachi, that is a Vassi, a few monks mentioned like Kassapa Gotra, Majjhima, Dudumbisara, Sahadeva and Mulakadeva were commissioned by Venerable Moggalliputta Tissa after 3rd Buddhist Council to teach Dhamma in the Himalayan, that is a Himawat region as per Deepavansa, a Sri Lankan text. Relics of some of these monks were also enshrined at the stupa of nearby Buddhist sites like Sonari and Andher. These monks may not have been exact contemporaries which is ascribed by the inscriptions. Thus, relics of at least 3 generations of monks have been enshrined at this stupa. The cult of local monastic date, as talked about by Professor Gregory Chopin, had thus taken root and the relic worship of monks was becoming a popular religious practice since that period. The positioning of the relics in stupa number 2 located at a lower terrace than the terrace having a stupas dedicated to Buddha and his direct disciples is a still an interesting phenomena which shows that the practice was accepted but not equal to the worship of the stupa dedicated to Buddha and his direct disciples. The remains of a broken pillar and another stupa are towards the southwest of stupa number 2. The pillar had a bell-shaped lotus and was crowned by a lion figure now displayed at the site museum. Thus, Sanchi became an important Buddhist site in response to the political patronage of Emperor Ashok. Wealthy traders and a laity from various places, and it remained so till the early medieval period. It stands testimony to many stages of development of structures like stupa, torana, vihar, temples, pillars, decorative motifs, images, etc. Not just from the perspective of an art enthusiast, but also from a commoner, the art of Sanchi is awe-striking. With the presence of several inscriptions and a site museum, it helps the visitor get an idea of the good old days when it was a popular Buddhist center in the limelight. The various relics enshrined here give the visitor an idea of the sacredness that they were witnessing, a monument that narrates a history of over 2200 years. To honor the importance of Sanchi and raise awareness, it has now been depicted on the currency note of 200 rupees. How to reach to visit Sanchi? Bhopal is the nearest city along with Vidisha, which are located 48 and 10 km respectively. Taxi or private transport can be taken from these places. Sanchi has connectivity with railway routes too, besides Bhopal as a nearer railway station having connected with most of the regions of the India. The nearest airport is a Raja Bhoj airport at Bhopal. In this module, we have studied archaeological, architectural, art historical, epigraphical and religio-cultural significance of this famous Buddhist site at Sanchi. Thank you.